The year is, holy shit, 1997. Ladies and gentlemen, grab your chained wallets, denim jeans, and your striped shirts, and let's go back to the 1990s, specifically in 1997, where things like Titanic as well as Good Will Hunting were dropping. And in the video game realm, we had classics like Final Fantasy VII, Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, Mega Man Legends, and then there was the birth of my favorite series of all time, Fallout. You see, Fallout's been on a very interesting journey here up into 2022, as it was passed around quite a bit. But its journey began with Interplay, a small team of developers, and many of them are now at Obsidian, at Bethesda Game Studios. They've spread far and wide. But it all comes back to this one small team who had a dream of making what is, yes, a spin-off from Wasteland. And here, Fallout was born, which ended up becoming more popular than Wasteland, funny enough. Today, I'd like to play that Fallout game. We talk a lot about Fallout 3, New Vegas, Fallout 4, and the future of the Fallout franchise on the channel. But often what's neglected here are the classics that started it all. And these are really good games that hopefully you'll walk away from this video with a bit more of an open mind to trying them. So let's dive back in to 1997's Fallout 1. This is a title menu I have not seen since 2015. For many, 1997. The original Fallout, I remember playing because I was so excited for Fallout 4. So I went through that. I went through Fallout 2, all in the span of like 2 months. All I played leading up to Fallout 4 was Fallout games. I played New Vegas, 3, I did the Platinum Trophy for. So this is one that I'm really interested in going back and seeing if it's aged well enough. I mean, one time is powered by Fallout hype, but we're going to start up a brand new character here, and you can see already what they maintained. We'll just name our guy as always, Todd Howard. You can see what they've maintained, though, in some of the character creation from the original or the Fallout games that many of you are familiar with now, because you can look at the skills and just how many of them have carried over from the old games into the new ones. You don't get things like Outdoorsman anymore, I believe. But the music is what always stuck out to me about the OG Fallout games. Like, listen. It's really ominous, depressing, and creepy. And this game, it goes really hard. But I'm going to go with small guns. I'm going to go with lockpick. And I'm going to do... I remember doctor and first aid. I always got mixed up. You want to do first aid for healing. And then here you can see the special stats. They're here as they've always been. And they function a lot differently in the older Fallout games. You can see as I click around, the bottom right here is going to update. It's a lot more reading. It's a lot more hardcore than, I will say, what we all talk about on my channel. But I wanted to do the right thing here. Call some attention to the OGs, because I do want to see Bethesda and Xbox team up to re-release these, especially on consoles. I think console ports of these would be really sick. You might even recognize some of these traits down here. These were in New Vegas specifically, like these character flaws. Kamikaze is one I recognize. Small frames one I recognize. Chem resistant. Like, yeah, you can definitely see like how New Vegas felt like that spiritual successor. Of course, we're going to do Bloody Mess. You can't not do Bloody Mess. Oh, man, I forgot about these. These cutscenes, these up close in your face. Some of the dialogue options will be with these up close in your face moments, and it's such a jarring juxtaposition to the mostly dialogue filled game. You'll see what I mean, but these are decent cutscenes for their time. But look at this, the OG Vault 13. This is insane. Like, when these cutscenes are so jarring when you look at them next to the dialogue. Yes, we have to get the water chip in 150 days. That's the main story here. But seeing like the OG Vault, the OG Pip-Boy, seeing the map here, it's so different. It's amazing what Bethesda Game Studios has done. The way they translated so effortlessly the original Fallout to Fallout 3. You'll see so many things that they've transformed in such logical ways. But yeah, these cutscenes, man. There's only like a small handful in the game and a couple of characters. I did not mean to click through that. There's only a couple characters that get that treatment there. But yeah, like even this here, Anthem ready to play. Oh dear. I guess you know what we're going to look at down the line. All right. Search the bones. Got a knife here and some ammo. I have not played this game in so long. I didn't know my strength was 2. What happened here? It was at like 4 when I last looked. Okay, well, anyway. So yeah, this is the game that gave birth to the series many of you know and love. Like, it was this.
Wow.
Yep, battle starts. It's kind of turn-based. We pick our weapon here, and we take a shot, and Bloody Mess does its thing. And then we're able to just move on, I believe, here. Being harassed by these rats, man. Switching to my knife here. Probably just wasting ammo. So the way it works is you'll see there's action points here. And I spent 3 action points. And if I walk around some more, you spend more. And then my turn ends. And since I'm not in combat until right now, that would determine a lot in combat. Because, for example, if I waste points moving away here, I can get a shot off. But if someone's got melee, that can create some distance. But here, I have a melee weapon, so I'm going to have to walk towards the rat. But unfortunately, I can't because I just spent those points. So yeah, this is what Fallout was. And I will say that I missed, man. The OG Fallout community always had, oh man, we're really missing here. Hold on. This rat's a crafty one. Oh, he got me good. I was hit for 2 hit points here. Hold on. Come on, Todd. You gotta want it. Okay. Well, now you're seeing the problem here. Now you're seeing why so many people can't get into these games. It's because I've swung at this thing 9 times. Okay. I'm gonna do what's right here. We're gonna take out our gun. This is what our character's built for. That's it. That's all she wrote. Okay. Off we go. So now this is the map. This is how you navigate. This is how you get around the world space. And as you find new locations, you're going to see this thing on the right update here. And what you'll notice is time is ticking as we navigate. Time is ticking. And so right now we're in the mountains. We don't want to go there. I think to the southwest here is a town, if I remember correctly. And you can get random encounters as you're going about here. But this is all eating time off the clock here. Funny enough, Fallout 1 is... Oh, speaking of random encounters. Fallout 1 is a punishing game, first and foremost. Okay, I'm poisoned. I've been hit for 6 hit points. But Fallout 1 is a shorter game. Takes about, I'd say, 10 to 12 hours to get through. And that's pretty surprising, given that, you know, it's an RPG. It's highly replayable, of course, but you're seeing here just like how brutal this game is. Just some nice quality of life features here as I fight a 1-on-3 battle with just a pistol. I spent 2 turns now. I'm gonna end my turn again, get hit by 3. Oh no. Oh, this is bad. Oh, and there you go. Poisoned on the ground. My character gets up. I got 5 hit points here. And I could probably make use of this right now. And that's all she wrote. Yep. Thank you, Ron Perlman, for that. And just like that, you die. And I don't have anything to load. That's it. It's game over. I lost. I failed. The crushing reality that is OG Fallout 1. Just like that. Off the leash. You get out of the vault. Really tough combat. A lot of swings and misses as you scale up your character. And you don't save once. You get caught with your pants down. That's it. Done. Dead. Nothing else to it. It's soul crushing. Especially if you're not following a guide like I did and I just kept losing progress. Oh my Lord. So yeah, there you go. There's an idea for Xbox and a potential remaster. You know, just add some auto saving. It'll go a really long way. Well, the thing that's cool too is they do have these pre-built characters that you can play as: Albert, Max Stone, Natalia. And so we'll just take one of these characters and we'll dive straight in again, and we'll do it right this time. All right, we're to the edge now again. This time you've learned, right? You save your game. So we're gonna do that. Todd is what we're gonna call it. And you'll see as you go through the game, this is your best friend here on the bottom of the screen. This updates you on things you see around the world. To the west, you can see a natural light. For the first time in your life, you are looking at the outside world. Because remember, you born and raised in a vault, right? This is Fallout. So here we go again. Let's do it right this time. I'm a little nervous here. I hope I don't die. Uh-oh. A raiding party. Well, what is our character even good at, this preset here? Charisma. Agility. Okay, so... All right, so we're in a fortunate position here. It looks like we have some backup. So we're going to load up here. Prepare our bodies. See, remember what I said about action points really mattering? See how they all have melee weapons and... This is really bad. This is really bad. All right, so they're missing. Wow. Wow. Okay. So here, we're just going to run. And they can follow us. They're not going to get us, though. So you just get to the edge of the map here. You would have thought I'm like right on the edge right now. But this is how the game was structured. This isometric RPG, this is how it started. No first-person shooting. There is VATS, which we will look at in a little bit. But no first-person shooting. No, oh, it's just here in the world. Like, out you go. That was it. That was an encounter. And so we'll just keep moving along here. There are friendlier encounters. That's not one. That's definitely not one. That's definitely not one. But this is more reasonable, right? That's where your luck stat actually matters with these types of random encounters. You don't want to be screwed over every 5 steps in the game. And so this is something you definitely want to keep an eye out for. So it's my turn again. So I'm going to completely unload on this rad scorpion. And we haven't missed a shot yet, which is good. These are what we call fortunate encounters. But resource scarcity is absolutely a thing in the OG Fallout games. We get 110 XP here, but you want to be considerate of your ammo. It's another thing that you never really had to do in the old ones. You never really had to think about, like, how am I doing on resources? You had everything. I love the little animation detail there. He's like wiping the sweat off her brow. But yeah, this is something that, again, you typically don't consider in your standard Fallout game, but well, dang it all, did they make you think about everything in this game? And it's definitely one of those experiences where you save after every encounter. It's like, okay, I used a resource. Save game. Todd. Boom. Done. And back on the road we go. Now, eventually in Fallout 2, you get what's called the Highwayman, which is a vehicle. So you can... Wow, we're getting ambushed a lot out here. But in Fallout 2, you'll get what's called the Highwayman, which is literally a vehicle that that you can use to go across the map. There isn't that strict time limit either, thank God. So it makes it where these types of encounters are really unfortunate because you are literally burning time. Like, again, that top right here, you got 100 and some odd days to go through it. And it doesn't matter if you're deep in the game or not. It doesn't matter. Like, the game will stop you and be like, yep, sorry, you failed. And that was Fallout. Think about how, I guess a good game to point out is probably something along the lines of Dead Rising, where you're on a timer. Very similar here. And you can like stop in all these locales. And sometimes you can even like loot things. But as you can see, we're really just out in the barren wastes. But this is why purists really like New Vegas. You can see as we finally get to our first town. I'm sorry it's been so long. I'm struggling to remember where in the heck that is. I think it must be to the southeast. I must have misremembered. I don't know why I thought southwest, but I think it's Arroyo is the name of the place. You can see like the California feel, the desert. Like this, New Vegas was more, especially because some of the mines who worked on it, it was more of a traditional Fallout experience. But here, lone traveler in the way. See, it's not always that bad. And this is how dialogue would go. Greetings, traveler. What brings you out this far? Just wandering. I see, much like myself then. Oh, you're not from the communities out here? Can you direct me to a nearby settlement? Using the coastline as a reference, you've got Shady Sans. That's what it was, not Arroyo. I think Arroyo might have been the second game. About a week inland, and Junktown a few days south from there. Hub's just another couple of days south of Junktown. Avoid Necropolis to the east of those, though not worth the trouble. And yeah, Necropolis is like difficulty. It is really tough. It's full of super mutants. What do you know about Shady Sans? It is a small, self-sufficient community led by Aradesh. Maybe that's where I got Arroyo from. I don't know. Someone will correct me in the comments. A kind man and a strong leader. They are peaceful and hardworking. They are probably the best chance for new civilization here. Yeah, you can actually, if you wanted to, review your dialogue here, which is really nice in case you forgot something like, oh, what did I ask him? Nearby settlement. It's like you've got Shady Sans a week inland. So it's like, okay, we're going to keep just moving towards the left, I believe. And then that's that conversation. So not everything is death-defying in this game, which is appreciated for sure. And it definitely creates a feeling of like tension. Sometimes you're safe, sometimes you're not. Oh, we have Shady Sans. So now we know where it is. That's why that conversation's valuable. And good God Almighty, was I heading the wrong way? Oh no. What do we have here? Oh my gosh, another rad scorpion. And what you got to be careful of when you get poisoned and stuff like that is the save states in this game. There is no auto saving. So if you are in a compromised position and then you save the game, got bad news for you, but there's no going back. And there are what are called fail states in this game, which are developer intentionally placed points in the storyline that will kill you or end your story, and you cannot get out of them. I am not exaggerating at all, by the way. But here we are. We're about to approach Shady Sans. You can go inside and you can get your first sniff of civilization here. And you'll hear some of the tracks, a lot of the tracks in Fallout 1 and 2 are in Fallout New Vegas. Another reason why I think purists really, really appreciated New Vegas. Because again, it was one of those feel things. Like this track, something Sirens. This plays at night in New Vegas. And I think a lot of people think it's like a New Vegas track, but no, it came from Fallout 1. And again, what I was talking about earlier with a lot of that, ominous energy that this game carries. This is why it feels very desolate. And I like the art style. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. It's certainly a very difficult game, but I really like the way it's laid out because it's simplistic and barren, which speaks to the state that the world is in. And isn't it funny that before all this that's happening, 76 is going on? Yay. But yeah, I believe we go up into this house here. This is where our quest should take us. Here we can talk to... Hello, stranger. You look like you're new here. What's your name? I'm Natalia. Good to meet you. I am Ian. Is Ian our first follower? What do you do here? I was a guard from the merchants in the hub. However, I was shot during a raid by bandits. I've been staying here since the people have helped me recover. Still, my knowledge of the outside world and my experience make up... Hold on, it sometimes auto-scrolls. Makes me useful here. Shady Sans is my home now. Occasionally I even get to Junktown or the hub to do some trading since I'm the only person who's here. And you'll notice, of course, it's an older game, so there's a heavy emphasis on writing in this game. But eventually you can ask him to help you out. 100 caps. How about a piece of action instead? All right, I'll help you out in exchange for my share of the loot. And so, yeah, you can tempt him to join you. And this is really helpful in the early going. I know some Fallout purists don't care about that, but I personally always found Ian's help much appreciated. It's best to hire him though, instead of doing what I'm doing. But for the sake of time, I'm just like kind of moving us along here. I think it's best that I just, get him on board and share the loot with him. And you'll see here there's a day-night cycle. Like it says, you'll have to come back in the morning. I talked to this doctor. It's late. Come back in the morning, but I need your help. Are you hurt? Let's say yes. Great, Brahmin. Why didn't you say so? I did. You're barely hurt, you wimp. Come back in the morning. And that's it. So, yeah, like the dialogue will change based off the time it is. So time is a big factor in Fallout 1. And it's really only in that game that time matters, which, again, is something that puts a lot of people off. And it kind of demands a level of mastery of the game because it is not going to hold your hand. Like, I'm still trying to remember who I'm supposed to speak to upon entering the village. Because obviously, you can't, like, I'm hitting the scroll wheel right now. Like, you can't zoom in and get a closer look at the people in Shady Sans and try to find out, like, who's the person of importance here. There is none of that. So you're just kind of here to wander and really figure things out. But that lack of hand-holding is something I really came to appreciate as we got the likes of Fallout 76 and Fallout 4, which are amazing games, by the way, but are ones that I do think struggle a bit to be a traditional Fallout game. There you go. Here's the kind of jarring dialogue. There you go. So main characters in this game are voiced. They have a cool little backdrop to help depict what this world looks like a little bit more up close and personal. And you get some really awkward, blinky conversations, as we can see here. My name is Natalia.
How do you like our little town? Bored yet?
There are some funny voice conversations, especially in Fallout 2. Fallout 2 is one of my favorites. I absolutely adore that game. And if there's any old Fallout game I do recommend you go back to, I can understand this one. I'm doing this so you don't have to, right? Whereas Fallout 2, I genuinely do recommend. I mean, it's so fourth wall breaking and crazy. It's completely different from Fallout 1 in so many ways. Like, people would have lost their minds if Bethesda did what Interplay did in Fallout 2. So I just, it's funny to see how things have changed so much over the years. Deathclaw. See, lore to the Deathclaw. Well, ain't that not true? We have the Deathclaw caves in New Vegas, and man, oh man, that is not true. So yeah, you can see it's really fascinating to see the building blocks like Great Brahmin or the Deathclaw, and notice how it's a spaced out like Deathclaw, and not like your traditional creature, but like you can see these are the building blocks of the Fallout that we know and love. All right, so right now, we're in the most dangerous early area of the game. But we have Ian with us, which is great, because we are in the Rad Scorpion Cave. And obviously, you've seen the troubles we had, the Rad Scorpions, but we're doing this so that we can earn the favor of Shady Sans. It's also a nice change of pace just from us being in Shady Sans for so long as I just rambled about. But here you can see there's a little bit of flexibility in the combat. We don't have to engage so up close, but as our skills scale, like right now it's a negative 41%. There's no shot we hit this. So we're going to end combat here. We're not going to engage here, but you can try to like instigate, but this one got us first. But you can try to shoot from a distance. Like if you have the right weapon, things like having a sniper rifle does matter here. So we're going to take do we want to take a shot here? We might just let Ian handle this. Let's like walk this way. We'll end our turn. Let Ian take the shot. There you go. 3 hit points, 7 hit points. This is why you get Ian. Kill them. This is why you are seeing in real time why Fallout fans get Ian at the start of every playthrough. He is like, I think, mandatory to making it possible to start the early parts of the game. Now, of course, there are elitists in the early Fallout community. I will throw that out there. I've had my run-ins, especially when I was younger, and I was a big Fallout fan, just enjoying the hype for Fallout 4. There's a lot of people, if you don't know this, I wish I could be like Ian and hit my shots. Oh, look at him. Oh, he hit you. Oh, no. We don't want that. But there is a little bit of ego in being an old-school Fallout fan. Make no mistake about that. I say that not to be a fire starter, but there are a lot of people who are very like, yeah, you know, I guess that's a Fallout game in regards to Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. And I specifically caught their ire in 2015, like big time. I distinctly remember like the shit talking that ensued incessantly about me because I did not play the original Fallout games, but I was one of the lead, if not the lead, Fallout content creator for a long while. And it's so funny because like now the Fallout community has collectively grown up where there isn't that elitism, like me not knowing, like, oh, Shady Sans, right, it's to the southeast. That would have literally, I kid you not, been a Reddit post about me. Maddie didn't know where the Shady Sans were. Like, it was, I'm not trying to victimize myself, by the way, because I don't give a fuck, but like, it was that bad. That's why I'm so happy the Fallout community's grown up, because the conversations are so much more mature. Of course, I was part of the need to grow up, by the way. It was not just them. It was me too. And I just think the community's in such a better spot now. Like, we're all just looking to grow. I think Fallout 76 is like the tying thread that brought us all together. It's like, we may like the OG ones more, or we may like the newer ones more, but we all agree 76 ain't it. And here comes another rad scorpion. Let's see if we can nail a shot here. I kind of like that the ambient music just runs in the background. I'm going to let Ian handle the rest here. I want to conserve my ammo. I kind of like the ambient music just runs in the background. We're so used to like combat begins. So, you know, you just keep rolling into combat music. But this game just really, it really, but this game, it just really sticks with its atmosphere and its tone. Like, it doesn't sacrifice any of that. And as you can see, this is the Fallout 1 experience. Like, I'm just saving after every battle. So it's like, okay, I won. Moving on. And we're moving into a pretty densely packed room here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. But if we clear them out, we're probably going to level up. And I think we can turn in these rad scorpion tails. The reason I'm picking them up is I think you could turn them in for caps. Let's see if we can get a surprise shot on this one here. Oh, he's technically behind the pillar. I can't get him. How about now? No? What's funny is you can still take the shot. What's going on here? Well, one of them's got their eyes on me. Oh, no, is it Ian? Oh, never mind. I'm just bugging out. All right, let's start off with you. Oh, I think I need to reload. Hold on. How do you reload again? There we go. Reload. That's what was happening here. Now, yeah, okay. I forgot about that. Heaven forbid we had a reload button in the HUD. No, you gotta right-click a bunch of times. It'll say reload in very faint yellow text. Ouch. Ian, do something. Please don't hit me, though. Please don't hit me, though. Please don't hit me, though. Okay. We're in a very compromised position here. We're going to switch weapons. We're going to use the stim pack on ourselves here. Okay. Switch weapons back, and we're going to get a step away. So, see, there is a layer of tactics. Like, if they clean this up, like the kind of user interface and the actual combat style, like, I could see... Think of Wasteland 3. If you played Wasteland 3, I think that's what a modern Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, pardon me, would look like. And I think that's an awesome thing. Like, I would totally be for that. Oh, yes. The skill index. Oh, my God. So, let's say I wanted to lockpick something. You would, like, click this and then find something to lockpick. And so, what it means is that everyone in the world and every object in the world is, like, interactable. And you can really kind of find some cool hidden things in Fallout 1 and especially Fallout 2 with your skill index. It's awesome how interactable it is. Ian just took 4 shots, bro. I mean, we're just going to keep letting him do the dirty work, right? This is how you save ammo. This is how you get your XP. Just let Ian do it all, man. In Ian we trust. Although I didn't get XP for that because I didn't put a shot into it. Don't do as I do. Do as I say. Don't do as I do. Oh, no, we got XP. We had to end combat. See, I'm learning again. I'm learning again. So you've gone up a level. So can we... Yes, so you get skill points. Our unarmed is really good. So we could literally max that out if we wanted to. Natalia's a brawler. 17 years old, too. Wow, that's a really interesting age to be leaving the vault for such a crucial mission. Like, I don't know. I would personally send an adult, but that's just me. What else do we got here? Speech. You can bump that up if you really want to. We'll just go all the way on that. And you'll see these perks gradually unlock over time. Karma is a thing that's still all here, right? This is all just tucked away a little bit more as part of the leveling system. And I think you could print this to a file. You could. That's really interesting. But every third level, I think it said there for the perks. Yeah, every third experience level, you can choose one perk. So that's something you eventually get after putting some time into the game here. But we're almost there. We're at level 1. We just hit level 2. And so next level, we should be able to pick a perk. Let's see how our hand-to-hand does here. Oh, we just kicked the rat scorpion for no damage. And we hit him for another. No damage. But you know what? I think we have brass knuckles. Probably should have made use of that, yeah? This is how you find out who you're looking at, by the way. I just remembered this. See, it says you see a peasant. You hover over this person. You see a peasant. You see Seth, leader of the guards. And so this is how you find out who's who. Let's see who this is. This is the Shady Sans guard. This is a guard. This is a guard. It's like, okay, you know, where's the leader at? You know, I want to tell the leader what I have accomplished. It's funny because this place apparently has peasants, but like it's literally a post-apocalyptic game. Like, aren't we all peasants in unison at this point? None of us really have a home, so to say. There's Aerodash. See, this is what I mean. Like, look at that. Look at this man blending in. I don't know if y'all saw him earlier. I did not, though. That's the leader we've been looking for, though. There we go. So now we have... Get out of the way, Ian. I'm trying to talk. Come on now. Okay. Let's try it again. So now we have our follower. We have our first quest done. You got a bit of progress in the game. And now it's time to make your way to a new place, because this place has been pretty much wrung dry for us and didn't give us much of a lead at all. And now we take our talents to Junktown. You do not want to go to Necropolis, by the way. You do not. I'm sure someone in the comments will be like, well, actually, no. I refuse to budge on that. You do not want to fight a super unit like level 2 or 3. So here we go. This is a reminder that the water supply is running low and you got to find the chip fast. That things are not looking good for your people. So yeah, this is a feeling like the world is moving. The world is moving and you've got to hustle. And like, these little encounters here, it's like, oh God, that's pressure. That's pressure on you right now. So remember what I said about fail states in Fallout 1. Right now you see I have 4 HP. Go to my inventory. We got knife, some bullets, a flare, lockpicks, some ammo, some scorpion tails, right? Now, what happens when I go into the map, it's like, okay, I want to go to Junktown, right? It says you've taken damage from the poison. Now my health is at 3. I don't have anything to heal myself with, and we're just out in the middle of the wasteland. This is where, again, you become very stuck. Now, I don't know if Ian has any options, for example, here. Like if we barter with him a little bit. I don't believe he does have stim packs. Okay. This could be an option. If we ask him to put them here, we're going to ask for all of them. But point being is like now he's asking for $212 worth of items, which we definitely don't have. Now, we could try to kill Ian, which I don't think would really work out in our favor. And we only have $50 worth of that. I have to give him everything pretty much. Anything of value would have to go to Ian here. I'd have to give him a flare. I'd have to give him all our knives. I'm still not there. See what I'm saying? So I guess to survive, you have to make the tough choice. Like, hey, Ian, here you go. Here's, we'll say all our bullets. Still not enough. You see what I'm saying? We'll give him a lockpick kit. Now it's just enough. He'll have to throw this in here. These are the things you'd have to do to survive in Fallout. Obviously, we don't want to take his ammo. We want him to be able to shoot. But he'll do that. And that's what you have to do. But now I'm in a really compromised position where I am out in the middle of the wasteland with very little health. I just gave up almost everything just to heal a little bit. And if I heal here, you'll see I get my health back. It does not cure you of poison, though. That's one thing we need to know here. It does not cure you of poison. That'd be, I believe, a doctor skill. And as you can see here, we end up taking damage from the poison. So that did nothing. And then you can at least try to safely go to Junktown because I'm no longer near death. And here, hopefully you can restock, but I was originally hoping to sell some of those tails I got to get some more healing supplies. And now the gates are closed at night. It says, I'm sorry to disturb you, sir, but I'd like to enter your town. You can see that it will cause no harm. Well, I shouldn't do this, but you seem like a nice enough person. Like, okay. Now imagine they didn't let me go in. Then we'd be really compromised. So this game is not afraid of screwing you over, but I think you've seen enough to get a feel of like why it's that Fallout game to many people. It is awesome. It is a very particular type of game, and it is not the Fallout that many of you have fallen in love with. But I do like it a lot for what it is. I prefer Fallout 2 a lot more. I think it's a little less crunchy. I think they ironed out some of the kinks. The world's more interesting. The lore is more interesting, and it breaks the fourth wall a ton. It's hilarious. But everything about it's just got it all going on. So I do recommend that one. Maybe we'll check it out if this video does well enough. But I hope you enjoyed this revisit to a Fallout game of yore. Normally, again, we're talking about 3, New Vegas, 4, but it was fun here to try something a little different. So with that, you sound off in the comments down below. What do you think of that Fallout game, Fallout 1? Looking forward to seeing your thoughts. And other than that, take great care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Those links are in the description down below. And a big thank you to all the patrons and all the members who continue to support the hell out of the content here. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.